You never think of coming either. You are far too proud for it. You say, my doors, never again, if she. And it becomes apparent to me that you were never at my party. I had always found you in the city streets, barefoot I had stumbled, got you free.
I am an artist, also an art teacher. I'm part of a collective called Grafis Huru-Hara, which is in English it translates as Rakyat Printmaker or printmaking, because of we are a bunch of printmakers that sometimes do the unconventional things, like not only printing in the paper in the clothes, but also in like spraying stencil in the street, also like making some posters and with some kind of propaganda inside, and I also illustrator, working with both manual and digital stuff. Sometimes I paint mural, street art. What else? That's it maybe.
Hi, this is Sarah Nazur. I'm a contemporary jewelry artist. Walked into Baburatna's workshop. I was really excited to learn, and I also understood that this was going to be once in a lifetime opportunity for me to be able to start learning in a place like Patan, where metalwork is so seeped into its history and culture. It was actually a blessing and a dream come true. My workshop sessions, I think once Baburatna and his team asked me, Sarah, how long do you think it will take you to master this skill perfectly, perfect it? And I ignorantly said like maybe 1 year or more, and he just smiled at me and said, it will take you a lifetime to perfect it, and that showed me how serious he was about his craft and the passion he had, and how he has brought his team up also to be that serious, to understand the culture, the love that they have for this particular craft, and it comes from the land and the communities.
नेताजी बल्ल पाल्नुभयो बुढी हल्लाउँदै सत्ता ठान्नुभयो बल्ल पाल्नु भो बुढी हल्लाउँदै सत्ता ढाल्नु भो हात उठाउँदै कफ लडाउनु भो सोझा जनतालाई झुक्क्याउनु भो ओ नेताजी हाम्रो नेताजी
For like 10-15 minutes, no stopping, and once we start, no talking. So we'll just hum it. When I change the hum to an ah, then we'll do an ah. Okay?
My name is Arya Krishnan. I am an artist based in Cochin, India. For about past 12 years, I was working on a project called Sweet Maria Monument. Sweet Maria Monument started as a tribute to my friend Sweet Maria, who was a transgender, and she got murdered in Kerala in 2012. So this was like a direct response to the murder of my friend, but also like looking at issues of transitional justice and gender-based violence. My work is mostly looking into the regional context and the local realities. I primarily wanted to explore the idea of like when do we feel being South Asian and what does it actually mean, like in which context, like where do we identify with the whole idea of being a South Asian. So is it about food, is it about culture, like is it about boundaries, is it about like what do we share in that context. So I was mostly exploring this in the project I did with KAALO.
It is 1:22 on a Thursday in Bhopal, India, and this recording is for a special documentary made by a special friend on the South Asian Playground residency at KAALO that took place between Jan and February. Alright, here goes Vedant.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Lal poster. Lal poster who? Lal who's gonna come and make a poster out of you.
Sitting on the street, police on their feet. I watch the people move around in the summer heat. Sitting in the park, I hear the dogs bark. I watch the people.
Hello, my name is Gulal Salil and I am also known as Lal Poster. well, mostly known as Lal Poster across the World Wide Web and the wide world. I am from Bhopal, India, and you guessed it, I guess. I am a poster artist.
We don't have a word to say.
Yeah, well, I was at the residency at KAALO, the South Asian Playground, and it was one of the most phenomenal experiences, and also my first residency in my life. To be a part of something so uniquely intersectional of graffiti and street art and queerness was so refreshing to see. That it inspired me to create some very new kind of work.
Look at the world, watch it passes by. There ain't
Stuff which you might be able to see if you keep your eyes peeled while walking around parking. Something at the intersection of posters and graffiti, and you might be able to see some things
we
like around.
don't have a thing to do. We don't have a word to say. Born on the street, feel a man's
These beats.
काम गरेको 2 वर्ष
त्यो 37 मिनट्सकै हेर्नुपर्ने भएको सेकेन्ड्स
Hi, my name is Sikum Limbu. I am 22 and I'm from Kathmandu, Nepal. My hobbies include drawing, traveling, gaming, photography, videography, etc. For my residency project in KAALO, I decided to go back to my roots and explore about my ethnicity.
Don't know where I've been. It is a place where they always speak the truth.
After talking to various people and doing my research, I decided to host a picnic as it symbolizes a sense of community. With photography as the medium, this was shot in a forest setting since indigenous people in Nepal have a deeper connection with the land and nature.
Hello and Assalamu alaikum. I'm Fiza Ghanchi, a writer and multidisciplinary artist and researcher from Karachi. I use zines as a way of writing and archiving personal histories and political education. My project with KAALO during my residency as part of the South Asian Collab involved a discourse and kind of abrupt dialogue between friendship as a mode for love and care with devotion and how those two intersect together, in which I made a shrine dedicated towards friends, lovers or whatever in between, and I used the method of letters in which I wrote letters to my friends and hung letters that my friends have written for me, and asked participants and whoever visited the shrine to write letters of themselves to people who they've previously had not had the chance to say something and want to.
In the heart of Patan, a mural speaks quietly. A domestic goose glides through painted waves. A street dog stands alert beneath the sacred peepal tree. Clouds swirl above, and a pedestrian sign reminds us this space belongs to more than just cars. This is Pimbahal, a place of stories, of walking, of listening. Created by South Asian artists, it reminds us that cities aren't just for humans. They're shared with animals, trees, memories. We share the same sky. It's time our streets reflected that.
Hello, I'm Arbasam Ahmed. I'm brought up in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Starting out this year, I selected for the South Asian Playground Art Residency in Nepal. Because the Newari windows are protection for women, and when I tried to do a bit research, I realized like who did this windows. Patriarchy Society decided to make these windows to protect women, but that's not the solution. I feel like people should do. I combined both ideas together and I made a body jewel, and actually people loved it. So my body jewel was people can wear wherever they wanted to wear in their body and feel protected.
Hi, I'm Sajan, a Bangladeshi storyteller and multidisciplinary artist, amplifying the voices of marginalized communities and challenging societal norms. My art spans drawing, painting, installation, performance, digital media, and more, centered on feminism, queerness, and contemporary issues. Through my vibrant contouring art, I unveil society's soul, waving dreams into activism.